Hi guys, I feel like it was weeks ago that I promised I would film this video, but this is going to be my summer colourful makeup tutorial. I've just realised I didn't take off my nail polish. That was one of the things I meant to do before I started filming, so please ignore that. I'm going to start with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. I don't know whether or not this video will go up before or after my new wear and compare with a couple more Maybelline foundations, but spoiler alert if it hasn't, this was my favourite of the bunch. The shade that I have is Buff Beige. Such a liquidy foundation, totally different to anything else I think that I've got. I've just realised I don't have a mirror in front of me. I'll be back. I'm so prepared. Yeah, it's just such a strange formula and totally different to what I expected it to be from something claiming to be mattifying. And when I did do the day test, it lasted amazingly well alongside other foundations that claim to be really long lasting or mattifying. I think that it held up a little bit better than I expected it to. And the actual colour of the foundation I really like as well, for my kind of newly summer tanned skin. Yeah, look out for that if it hasn't already gone up. The concealer, I was going to say foundation again then. Concealer I'm going to use is the Radiance Reveal from Bourjois, which has pretty much been the concealer I've used since I purchased this. Concealers I don't feel quite the same way as foundations about. I never feel like, oh, I'll use this one today or I'll use that one today. I use the one that I'm using until it is used up, generally. I never feel like it does different things for different days, or sometimes you need slightly less concealer or slightly more. Sometimes I won't use an entire face of foundation, I'll just use a little bit of concealer, but I always want the concealer to do the same thing, I think. I don't really do very heavy concealers. I'm sorry about the light today, this is insane. I've got a new setup and I'm filming in front of a big light box, but it is so bright outside today, the camera does not want to adjust to the little, what I really need is something behind me here. I'm considering getting like a pop-up backdrop. What do we think? I know this is a super temporary solution. Literally put up a sheet behind me. But the light is better, right? I don't know. Let's call this the experimental vlog. So, concealer. I'm going to put a little bit of powder on. The Revlon Colour Stay is just the one that I'm using at the moment. Again, powder is not something that I'm super excited about. Powder and concealer, if it works, it works. Some of them work better than others, but I'll just use whatever I've got. So a little bit of powder, and then brows. Brows I'm slightly more excited about because of the recent Benefit Brow launch, and the one I'm going to use is the Ka-Brow. Never thought that I'd get really into a cream brow product. Really liked the Freedom Brow Pomade, but it was something that I definitely only used kind of on nights out and stuff. Not something I'm going to be doing on a daily basis. I'm not going to be kind of getting a brush and a pot out to do my brows for work. That's just not what I'm about. Too lazy for that. But this is really simple, and I think probably, although initially I didn't love the brow pot thing that came with, the brush, sorry, that came with the brow pot, the fact that it's all in one makes the whole thing so much easier. I don't have to go and look for a brush. It's just easy. And I really like this colour for my hair right now. It's just pretty much the perfect brow product. The eye stuff I've been using recently, I'm looking for the same pencils I've been using. Pencils? What's wrong with me? Brushes. Looking for the same brushes I've been using so that I don't have to wash them. These are the brushes that I've been using, for those wondering. I've got this, I think this is called the eyeshadow brush, the writing's worn off. The eyeshadow brush or the shadow brush from Real Techniques, and this is the eyes brush from 17. And the palette that I've been using is this from I Heart Makeup. It is Born to Die, and they're a mix of shimmers and mattes, but mostly mattes. And I use this shade and this shade. So this all over my lid, this in my crease, and this kind of to blend the crease to my brow bone. I've been really enjoying this combination. I've worn it in a lot of my videos recently, and I've been actually doing my eyeshadow more often. I actually saw someone, I forget where we were in a shop, in Meadowhall. It was like one of those alternative shops I used to love when I was a kid, ones that sell kind of wind chimes and dream catchers and all that stuff. I can't remember what I went in there for now, but I love stuff like that, you know, incense and things. I used to love those shops, especially those ones in the lanes in Meadowhall when I was a kid. But this girl had an amazing cut crease eyeshadow, and I have no skill whatsoever. I really couldn't do it justice compared to what she did. But I just thought that is the next thing I'm going to try. It wasn't even that Like, this is super basic, but it wasn't even that exciting. But on her, it just looked amazing. So I just did my kind of like basic version of that and just put a matte brown with a matte creamy colour, and I go over my crease. It is so simple. It's not special at all. And then again, I use the pale creamy colour to blend it because why not? Softens it. It involves no skill whatsoever. And that is my eyeshadow done. Now today I'm going to try and use a bright eyeliner. This is the Extreme Gosh eyeliner in turquoise. So I'm going to go over quite a thick eyeliner with this is my plan, and then I'm going to go underneath that and still define my eyes with a little bit of black, because I never feel like a crazy colour like this really does much to define my eyes. I like the pop of colour, but I still like to have the black right next to my lashes. That was not as easy as I expected it to be, because the actual texture of the liquid inside here is kind of gritty, a little bit metallic but a little bit glittery and not totally opaque, so that was kind of annoying. What I really want is a really good opaque, like dark, not dark, but like a bold kind of creamy green turquoise colour, rather than this that I would definitely not call turquoise at all. I think this is blue. But you know, I know that that's subject to individuals, what you actually see a colour as. But I'd like to find one that's just like a really bold pop of colour, rather than this that now seems like I'm wearing glitter eyeliner for the school run. I know probably turquoise eyeliner for the school run is insane as it is, but glitter, I don't know. I'm going to wait for that to dry, and I'm going to go back to my eyes in a second. The cheek product that I'm going to use is this NYX Illuminator in Narcissistic, which looks like this. Kind of disappointed with this, because when you look at the actual packaging for this, it looks like it's going to be like an ombre peachy cheek shade, and it's not. It's just like a glittery something. I don't know. Reminds me somewhere between NARS Orgasm and NARS Sin. It's kind of what it reminds me of. But I've been wearing this a lot. I quite like it. It's one of those slightly sheeny, highlighty colours that I like. Not a lot of colour, mostly glow. And it's something that I would wear a lot because it's easy to get a lot of something on. It's easy to go really bold with a highlighter, or put a lot of kind of Russian doll blush on by accident. Whereas with these kind of hybrid products, it's kind of difficult to get it wrong, I think. In case anyone's wondering, because I always use like random brushes that I pulled out of the pot, and people always ask. These are B from Superdrug. This is the powder brush, and this is the blush contour brush. They're just the ones that I pulled out to use. And yeah, I think we'll go back in with the eyeliner now. Probably should have chosen an actual brush liquid liner. That would have been easier, but I haven't got that to hand. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Precise liquid eyeliner, which is an ultra fine tip felt tip. Wish me luck, this might not be that easy. That was impossible, so I had to pull out a different one. I've got the NYX liquid black eyeliner, which is basically just a brush. Now again, this is not the world's best because it's a little bit thick, but the brush itself is very fine, so I'm hoping I can slightly make it work. The felt tip liner over the top of something dry like this, not easy at all. It's a very uneven surface now, so I'm not going to get a smooth line with a felt tip. That went okay. I don't know. I could live with it. Mascara, I'm going to use the Lash Sensational favourite. I was going to show you the new, I can't remember what it's called now. I feel like I pulled it out and maybe I didn't. I don't know. It's like Voluptuous or something like that. The one in the black tube. I was going to show you that one, but I thought since it was already kind of a tricky eye look, I didn't want to risk messing it up if I had managed to get this far. Because it is not quite the same mascara. I still wouldn't recommend that one. I don't want to give it a full review until I've had it for a little while, because sometimes, especially with mascaras, initially you can't really review them. You can't say this is great, this is not great, because they take a little while to dry out and find their perfect formula. I know with this one, initially it's not amazing, but then it becomes, it's absolutely the best just before it runs out. So I'm keeping it and I'm not throwing it away, and I'm waiting to see when that optimum time to use it actually is, and I'm using it once every now and then to check. That might seem completely insane to some of you, but I'm completely in love with this mascara, and if that one could be anywhere near as nice as this one, I need to give it a fair try. Especially because, you know, drugstore mascaras, I don't mind working a little bit with them since they are so much cheaper than like £20 mascaras that some people recommend, and I just couldn't fall in love with a mascara that cost me £20 when you use them every single day. I would rather spend that money on something that you use every now and then, or like lipsticks and blush that last a while. I don't really want to fall in love with a mascara or a foundation or anything that's really expensive. And I'm still hoping, I don't actually use my Estee Lauder Double Wear on a daily basis anymore. There are other ones that I like for kind of daily stuff. I really, really like the Bourjois CC cream. Really enjoying this new Maybelline Fit Me. And where I choose to splurge a little bit, it tends to be in the more exciting stuff. I'm not excited about foundation. I'm excited about lipstick and things that look pretty. The lip product, where has it gone? Here we go. The lip product that I'm going to use, I have been loving recently, and it's this Tint and Pout tinted lip oil from George at Asda. This is something that I picked up. You guys may have seen the haul. And I kind of picked it up on a whim for a haul. I thought I'm going to pick up some stuff from George and show what's available, and I'll try some bits and pieces of it and I'll review it for my blog. And I used this straight away and loved it. It reminds me of kind of an old school lip gloss. The smell of it is like so reminiscent of something that's very fruity. But the actual colour I really, really like. It is just a tint of something, and this is the palest one as well. You look at that and you think, oh, it's going to be like a nude colour, and then the thing that comes out of it is like neon. But I love it, and it says nourish and moisturise lips with marula oil and shea butter. I do feel like it feels more like a lip gloss, but my lips never ever feel dry after I've used it. Like when it actually kind of wears away, they never feel dry, they just feel really nice. So this has been my favourite kind of everyday lip colour. Don't wear a lip colour every single day, so you know, I know that's a bit of a contradiction, but when I do, and I just want to put a little bit of something on, this is really, really nice. It also leaves behind just a little wash of colour. It wears away really nicely too. So that is it. That's my colourful makeup. It is my ratchet background situation. We have to try these things. This will be a nice test. When I come to edit it back and I say, oh my god, my skin is so yellow, I do think that the white balance maybe needs to change slightly on my camera settings if we do something like this. But maybe I'm going to get some kind of pop-up background to make everything a little bit nicer light-wise. If you saw everything around me, it's not nice at all. In fact, I'm going to show you. This is what was in front of me. All of this stuff. And this is the light that was behind, and these are shelves that are just full of stuff. I was like penned into a little box here, and then you can see me and my sheet, which is attached to a door. So there you go. Glamorous. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time, maybe I'll figure out some kind of better long-term solution for this. But for now, hopefully it did. And I will see you guys in my next video.